Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Speed Run The Carlises, set in Dartmoor and supplied to us today by Urzavik. So on to our briefing. Hello 47. Our client has recently heard that Zachary and Alexa Carlisle are dead. He wants the rest to end up the same way. You know what to do. So on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them and a whole bunch of objectives to keep an eye out for along the way as well. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the mansion staff. We'll be bringing with us a lockpick, a vial of lethal poison, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're just going to close the doors to the balcony overlooking the entrance hall. Our first target is Patrick Carlisle, and we're not going to mess about with any theatrics or anything like that. We're just going to drop a chandelier straight on his head before we move on to his siblings. So the butler, Mr. Fernsby, will come in, interrupt the conversation, and Mr. Carlisle will stand directly underneath the chandelier, and at that point we're just going to drop it on his head. So we're now going to make our way downstairs, and we're going to head for the kitchen, trying to avoid Mr. Fernsby along the way, who might be in panic mode. So we're going to head straight for Mr. Fernsby's office first of all. We are going to need some lethal poison, and there just happens to be a vial on the windowsill. So we're going to lockpick our way into the office, grab the poison from the windowsill, and then we will make our way to the kitchens. So we have pretty much all of our eliminations set up, or 2 of the remaining 4. We're just going to set up the last 2 now. So we're going to make our way into the kitchen, grab the propane cylinder, and then we're going to head into the lounge where we will find, I believe it's Edward and Emma. Rebecca's just leaving. So we're going to place a propane cylinder right on the corner of the table here. Then we're going to go back to the kitchen, and we're going to grab the other propane cylinder, and then return once again to the lounge, and this propane cylinder we're just going to throw on the floor in front of Mr. Carlisle, and then we can make our way to the study, and we have to go via the outside door here to avoid a forcer maid in the corridor, and we get here just in time as Rebecca has just left her drink. So we're going to add our poison to that. She's going to be a little while before she gets back to that, so we can deal with Edward and Emma. So we're going to make our way up to the balcony overlooking the lounge. Be aware there is a patrolling enforcer up here. He's easy enough to avoid though. So we're going to get in position just up on the balcony here. So Gregory hasn't moved, or Edward should I say hasn't moved. No, I think it is Gregory actually. I always get their names mixed up. Emma will make her way over here shortly. So we're just going to line up our shot with the leaking propane cylinder. That'll do nicely. And it looks like from the mini-map that the young lady, Miss Carlisle, shall we say, or Mrs. Carlisle, is approaching now, along with her sister. But her sister's well out of range of the blast. So we get only the 2-for-1 deal, and that is 2 more Carlisles taken care of. So that just leaves one more to go. Basically, we need to deal with who I now firmly believe is Edward Carlisle, and he is in the dining room, and we need to get there past all of the panic. So we're just going to let that enforcer go through first of all, and then around the corner and almost straight into another enforcer who I didn't see, and we're just going to quickly add the lethal poison to the drink on the piano here. And if we stand in the right position, we might just be able to see both eliminations from this one spot. So I believe first of all will be the young lady right the way down at the far end of the building in the study, and down she goes, rather a blurry image. So that just leaves Edward Carlisle, who is currently engaged in a phone conversation, and when that conversation finally plays out, he will go to the piano to take a drink. He will immediately regret his actions more than the phone call previously. So down goes our final target. All that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be the bridge exit via the dining room window, as there is some panic now occurring in the dining room, and we can't use the corridor as there is an enforcer outside of the door. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. In a moment we will get confirmation that firstly all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and secondly that we managed to meet all of the objectives that we were required to fulfill. So there they all go. That in turn will get us a silent assassin rating, and I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.